There is a secret sauce in this whole mix.
Dopamine, also known as the happy or motivation chemical, is what drives your brain to keep doing something. Acts that bring you pleasure release dopamine, which make you feel happy, and that makes you do that thing again. During the 21st century, dopamine's been hijacked and is being used against you at this very moment. Here's how you can fight back. By now, you're probably familiar with what dopamine detoxing is, but just in case this is your first time hearing of it, here's what it entails. During a dopamine detox, a person avoids dopamine triggers for a set period of time, anywhere from an hour to several days. The dopamine detox requires a person to avoid any kind of arousal, specifically from pleasure triggers. Anything that stimulates dopamine production is off-limits throughout the detox. This includes, but isn't limited to, TV, phone use, and extremely savory foods. Dopamine fasting is the antidote to our overstimulated age. The intense amount of stimulation we receive throughout our day releases dopamine. Browsing Instagram, watching YouTube videos, or looking at TikToks all release dopamine responses from our brains. This, however, is a double-edged sword because the more dopamine you release, the higher amount it takes for you to feel pleasure from it, just like a drug. In order to reset your response to dopamine, you implement a dopamine fast. We all know that lazy, unmotivated feeling we get. And even when we have some semblance of motivation, our brain is too foggy and we just can't seem to focus. Overstimulation from dopamine is a huge contributing factor to this zombie-like state. I'm not gonna lie to you and say a dopamine fast will make it so you never feel that way, but what many people, myself included, have found is that a dopamine fast helps bring you pleasure from the small things again.
How can you leverage the nervous system to build better, longer-lasting warriors?
Simple things like doing your work or even tidying up your room will start to give you satisfaction. That's how you can use dopamine fasting to get ahead. You elicit a response from working towards your goals, you feel the dopamine from it, so you go back to doing it again.
There's actually another element to it, which is the reward pathways involving dopamine.
Dopamine detoxing goes extremely well with the application of monk mode, which I've already done a video about. However, since a standard dopamine detox is unrealistic to maintain for the period of time monk mode usually follows, I recommend doing a light or diet version of a detox. In a regular 24-hour dopamine detox, it's common to completely shut your phone off. For those of you doing it in monk mode, a good example strategy would be to limit phone use to 30 or 60 minutes daily. Retrain your brain for success, and success will be easy.